Hi guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to be looking at the Viper's 13-minute fast castle with the Tatars, which is 22 plus 2 population. Okay, so if you enjoy Age of Empires 2 content, you're looking at improving at the game or to learn build orders, then start now by subscribing to the channel, hitting the bell notification icon so you don't miss out on any further uploads. Okay, so with this one, it's just your standard start in terms of making 2 houses with your starting villagers, sending them over to sheep, and then your first 3 villagers out of the town centre will go to sheep as well. We're going to send 3 villagers after that over to wood with a lumber camp. So this build order in particular then is the Viper's build order, which he used in a video of his, which I'll post in the description. He was just testing it out really on an arena game, team game. So I figured I would get the build order for it for you all to see. It's quite an advanced build order. Obviously it's the Viper, so you know it's not going to be anything simple. It does include pushing deer, which is not something that I am very good at. So I'm not going to be quite as optimal as the Viper, obviously, because you know he's a pro and I'm not. But he managed to do it in 13 minutes and 14 seconds. That's when he hit the Castle Age. I did it in 13:29, which is a bit rubbish. You know, quite a bit of a difference, but a lot of that was just down to my inability to push deer. But for those of you who are comfortable with pushing deer in quite a higher level, this is still a build order that you can benefit from and learn to master. So now we've got the 3 villagers on wood. I'm going to send the next one out to this boar. It's going to build a house and then lure the boar back in and bring it back to the town centre. So this is basically taking advantage of the civ bonus for the Tatars. As you can see, we're pushing deer in now as well, so you want to start pushing 2 deer in because the next 4 villagers are going to go to the food around the town centre. So it's a good idea to push the deer in at this point. So you need to get 2 in. As you can see, they're not the best not the best at pushing deer. I think I was quite unlucky really because of where they were placed. They're right close to the edge of the map, so it's not like I could circle around and push them in. And I've got some obstacles in the way with these straggler trees. That's my excuses anyway. So what was I saying? Yeah, it's taking advantage of the civ bonus for the Tatars, which is 50 plus 50 extra food on the herdable animals, so your sheep and your cows and your pigs and your turkeys and whatever else. Then when you hit the feudal age, you get 2 extra sheep spawn at your town centre, and then in the Castle Age and the Imperial Age, if you're making more town centres, there will be 2 sheep spawning for each new town centre, which seems a bit excessive. And Viper was saying that he thinks it's possibly a bit overpowered, but we'll see. We'll see if it gets nerfed in the future. But we've got all of the villages now that we need on food, so next 4 are going to go out to berries and make a mill. You will at some point with one of these villages, either the next one or the one after, make a house on your way. I do forget to do that. I don't get a house, I do manage to react soon enough, but you will want to make a house at that point. So I'm just going to send another villager over to lure the next boar, and all the while just keep pushing deer in. We've only got 1 left to do. And the reason we're pushing deer in is basically it's just saving those sheep for later, and it's going to delay the time that you need to spend, well, the time it will take before you get onto building farms. So it's really beneficial in that way. Quite a big wood saving from pushing the deer. I'm just not very good at it. Certainly something I could do with improving on for my own gameplay. But just wait for what. No, we've got all 4 on there now. So the next one's going to come out to wood. Now this is where there's a slight change from what Viper did in his demonstration. He went 1 to gold, 1 to wood, 1 to gold, and then clicked up. I've just gone 1 wood and then 2 gold. So I don't think it makes any difference, and I think ordinarily he might do it that way. It's just he was sort of practicing when he was doing it. So The good thing about this is basically as soon as you hit Castle Age, you should have enough wood to be able to instantly make 2 town centres, get horse collar and double bit axe as well. So pretty strong really. Get a good eco right from the start, get your 2 town centres down, and you can pretty much just keep churning out villagers from that point onwards. So really strong boom. Be interesting to see if this strategy can be altered in some way in order to change it into a fast castle into knights or something along those lines. I'd probably suggest no. Possibly you could if it was just a one stable knights, just to get a few out on the go initially to go and do some raiding or something. So let's say you're playing hideout, for example, where the knights can easily get through the walls. It might be beneficial, you know, if you can do it that way. We'll see. I think there's something to practice, something to figure out, and that's probably what I'll have a look at doing going forward. But be interesting to see what happens there. Certainly I wouldn't expect you to be able to do 2 stable knights. That's going to be really demanding on your economy, but yeah, you could potentially get 1 stable knights, get about 3 or 4 together, and before you go raiding. So as soon as we have hit the Castle Age, you can see this feudal age is 2 sheep spawned at the town centre. We're immediately making the market and the blacksmith, and that's essentially all we need to be doing at this point. As you can see, we've got plenty of food in the bank, so by the time the villagers come out who are going to go to wood, so there's only 2 of them coming out, we should have enough resources. As you see, we've got the gold count now, so just wait for those last few bits of food to come in, and then once those are made, we should be able to click straight up like so. So at this point what you want to do, and I don't really know if, I think Viper did this, similar sort of numbers, 7, taking off your food and going on to straggler trees. I think it's worth sending another one as well from the food over to your main wood line. You may even want to send another one off the straggler trees down there, but I'm trying to keep it so we've got, you know, relatively even numbers. Well, it's not even at all, is it? It's 7. But these guys are going to be used to make the town centre, or 2 town centres, which will be up here. They're not going to be the best placed, but they'll be up there. And what I will be doing is when Castle Age comes in and I know I've got enough wood, one of those will be going back onto the sheep. So we'll be building with 3 per town centre. Potentially, I think what I do is decide to move these off of the gold and put those on the town centres as well, building just to get the town centres up a little bit sooner. We don't necessarily need gold at that point because we've already been able to get up into the Castle Age, so it's more a case of just prioritising food and wood to keep the villager production going. I mean, luckily enough, we do have enough gold, or we will have enough gold, so we can buy either 100 wood or 100 stone, 100 food, to just help us out with either eco upgrades or, you know, getting farms down or something. But as you can see, 1329 I did it in. We've got 2 town centres coming down, like so. We've got double bit axe coming in, as you can see at the top right corner here. Horse collar will be in a second as soon as we have enough wood, like so. And at this point we're just adding a couple of villages onto the sheep, and then we will start to keep adding them over to the wood, because we do need to get some decent wood income in soon, because, you know, there's only 1 more sheep left, or a turkey in this case, so we're actually going to run out of food for these 6 villagers there pretty soon, so we'll need to start getting some farms down. But the good thing is we've got double bit axe, we've got horse collar, so we've got all the eco upgrades that we need. You will find that once these town centres go up, you can make the decision, as I do here, to research wheelbarrows straight away. As you can see, wheelbarrows coming in. These builders just go onto the sheep. This one I'm just sending him over to farm to get some wood again, just so that we've got enough wood to start going into full sort of farm production, because the berries will be running out soon as well, so we'll need to make sure that we'll have enough food, plus as well enough wood, plus as well, you know, these farms, these sheep aren't going to last forever, so we'll need to make sure we've got enough wood to get some farms down for those as well, just so that we can still maintain that sort of food income and villager production. once the sheep have all ran out. So I think it's more the way that I've played this. It's not necessarily anything to do with the build, but we don't actually get a bow sword till about 21 minutes. But I think that's, as I say, I think that's just down to how I play it. I think I went too heavy on wood. Probably could have got a few more farms down a bit later on in the game, which would have been able to, well, meant I would have been able to get bow sword a little bit sooner. But we've got all the main eco upgrades, so at this point it's just a case of going onto a full boom, trying not to get housed. It had to happen at some point in this game. It's one of my videos, so it's got to happen. But yeah, from this point onwards, it's just getting a good boom going, and building your economy up. Eventually, a bit further down the line, if you get a couple of villages on stone, you should be able to get fourth town centre down fairly easily. We will want to make a second lumber camp at some point because, well, we'll need one to replenish that one, and one to just take away a load of these villages off of that lumber camp, because it's getting a little bit saturated down there now. I mean, how many are there? 14. So we'll need to take half of them off and build a second lumber camp. Just keep making sure you're making the houses. So that's it from this one, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I do have a noob friendly version coming in a couple of days, which is not using deer, so anybody can do it. It's not quite as efficient in terms of being able to get the economy upgrades as quickly as we did on this one, but it's still pretty good and not bad at all. And I do it with doing 13 minutes 38, I think, so only 9 seconds slower than this one, and it had one extra villager, so it just goes to show how much the deer put me off. But cheers guys, I'll see you on the next one.